All right. What is up, everybody? So these just came in. These are Vingo Bow professional bows. I think $22. I'm looking to probably buy more if they aren't bad. I needed bows though for all my violins that are going out. I'm getting so many violins that are coming with the wrong bow. Sorry, I'm leaning down back. Or they're just not getting sorry. I went to one of those ninja gyms and I'm really happy that I climbed the 14.5-foot ramp thing without really any preparation. But because I didn't prepare by stretching, I pulled my hamstring really, really bad. So, where was I going on about? Alright. I needed to get that box specifically. I wasn't going to do this, but, they just came in just now. So, yeah, I got these, ordered them 2 days ago on Amazon. They came in, cost $22. I got 3 of them to try out. And the big thing that I've seen so far is people complaining about how straight they are. It'll be straight and then just at the end it'll curve to the side. And this is really, really straight so far. There's a little bit of bend to it, but nothing that would be really, really bad. Now again, that's another one. Somebody told me that when the horsehair and the actual bow come together like this, that's a bad thing. She knows it, and I'm just like, okay, well, that's great, but the majority of my bows do that, so I don't know what you're talking about. Heaven forbid, though. I'm just new, and the problem that I have is that when somebody approaches me and says that to me, I get that whole thing of who's right and who's wrong kind of thing. I could definitely be wrong, and I acknowledge that. Especially when somebody else comes up at me and they're very, very sure of themselves. So, let's just take a glance at this bow. Still has this little piece of plastic over the frog. Still has the tag on it. Let's measure this sucker out. Let's just scuff the front a little bit here, I guess. So we do have a little over 29 inches. It's about 29.25. So it's appropriate sized for a full-size violin. It is pretty straight. The hair feels nice. It's well built. There's no loose strands that I can really feel or see. I do like the Glasser long extended grip thing, but just easier to shift if you need to. All right, let's try it out. So here's the deal, and I've done a video on this before, but I make the comment about this, and I made the video because when I got my violin, and then I went online to see how other people felt about the violin. That's right, I bought it. Then I wondered about it. there was a lot of people who complained, oh, it doesn't sound like a violin. That's weird. Like, it'll pluck, but it won't, like, bow or anything. The bow sucks or all this other stuff. Now, I'm not going to lie and say that it doesn't. A $36 bow from Amazon doesn't suck. I'm just going to say that it sucks for a different reason. So what you see me doing here, before I move on, is I've got rosin. Yes, it's an old rosin. I like to keep the newer rosins for violins that are going out, so you know you look nice. But I always tell every single one of my clients, take the rosin, take some sandpaper. Sandpaper, I think, is going to be the best result. You can do it with, like, the first time I did it with a plastic fork. But when you use a utensil like a fork or something, what ends up happening is you might catch a little imperfection in the rosin itself, and then you end up with a big crack in the rosin. And then it's just, nothing sits right, it's all blah, blah, blah. You know what, it's just not worth it. Now the reason, I didn't even rosin it, I just sanded it. And then tightened the bow. So the reason you're going to do that is so that the rosin is all scuffed up so that the bowstrings can actually kind of interact with the rosin better. And that's also going to be the fastest way that you can get the rosin prepared to get on your bow. And you can get it in just this short a time. I actually sat with my bow with my first brand new rosin, and I was sitting there for half an hour and barely getting anywhere. That's my Gleasel. I'm not gonna lie, I actually find this to be really, really big. I'm actually thinking about selling this and keeping the Lovey. Just because my arm, I already don't have the longest of arms, but now my arms have to go across my broad chest, and it's just, I find myself, you know, I find myself kind of just not as comfortable as I could be. I do like my Gleasel. I like my Gleasel a lot. It's actually the first violin that really kind of, I felt, sang to me. I will say I like this bow as well. Oh gosh. It's like I shaved and then I just have like a wild mustache hair that I've missed. So let's see here. Where is the Lovey violin? Oh. That hamstring again. So here is the Lovey. It's inside of another Gleasel case. Was it? No, Sherlin Roth. Which I actually like Sherlin Roth violins also. But my first good violin was Czechoslovakian, and now this one is too. It's a beautiful sounding violin, and I love the dark brown on it. It is a very stunning violin. That, and this is also my first carved. Loosen up the bow a little bit. See how it works for fiddling. I do notice that I didn't cut the groove very well on the D string, so it's not propped up into it very well. I'm gonna say I like this bow. I really kind of had my doubts. I think it only got a 4.4 or 4.5. Seems to work good for fiddling too. I need to tighten that bow up a little bit more for fiddling. It needs a little bit more rosin, but it's good. I like it. It rosins really well. It holds its strength. It's straight. I like it. It's a very nice bow, I think. And I believe I got this for 22. So yeah, but it's nice to finally have a good-sized bow, a full-length 29-inch bow, because a lot of the violins that I get are coming out and they are 7/8 or full-size violins, and they're coming in with like 3/4 or half-size bows. So really, it's a good bow to start. If people want to upgrade afterwards, they can, but it is a functional bow that will sound okay or good even when you are practicing. So, and just like anything else, you're not going to stick to just one thing ever. Like once you get into a hobby or something, that's pretty much it. Wrong one. I have too many violins. I need to sell more of them. But yes, I actually did buy this Lovey primarily because I absolutely found the... See, look at this. This is a 7/8 Lovey. And it fits in this case, but this bow does not. Makes me think that it's actually a 3/4, but I'm pretty sure it's not. The general length of the violin is a 3/4, but the body is bigger. So, all right, that's going out, but it needs to be set with a bow. I'm telling you, I'm tired. But yeah, it's a good bow. I like it. And I am hoping that I'm going to be able to find more on sale next month for Prime Day. I do have 2 more. So, well, I mean... I wanted to play the law of averages. Okay, so this one actually has a dark horsehair. I must have... I'm not going to lie, I bought 1 bow and then I bought 2 bows a little bit later on. So I'm wondering if I got the white hair second or first, but like, so 2 of these are going to be the same color. horsehair. Either that or it's really random. That is even straighter than the last one. Again, feels like good quality. I was afraid that it was a little bit twisted. So with so many people complaining about how they are not straight or there's something wrong with them, I thought best to actually buy 3. Yep, I bought 2 black horsehair ones and 1 white horsehair one. So what we ended up with is, yeah. Like you just sit there and you hope and pray that it's not like twisted to the side or something. Or that the stick isn't so bent that when you tighten the string it stays touching. Alright, well, which one am I going to take? I'm going to get the Lovey out again. I like the Lovey. You know what? I'm not. I have an antique Czechoslovakian violin. I have looked at some stuff. The label for this actually says Czechoslovakia. And that means apparently that this would have been anywhere between 46 to 48, or I believe 1908 to 1906. So basically, I was already told that this was already a violin that was over 100 years old, and it belonged to a female concert violinist. And I say that not that it matters about gender, but it may matter on size. So like another woman would be able to use this. It is very old, very nice. All it says is made in Czechoslovakia on the inside. Yeah, Czechoslovakia. So I have no doubt that this actually is 117 years old. That E string is a little... What just happened? Something, I think, I'm hoping. Something happened with the G string where it just unraveled out of the peg. That's always great. 100-year-old pegs. Just a little bit of rosin, the violin went good. So I think, yeah, the $22 violin, the $22 violin bow, definitely good. It's, Vingo bows. At vingobell@hotmail.com. Why would you sit there and not invest the money in an actual email? Why? I mean, why would you need to? But also, like, why would... Once I came up with the idea that I would have to put something on an actual package, I would not be sitting there with a Hotmail email. Is this bridge on backwards? It is on backwards. Good Lord. Did I do any other damage? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Well. Anyway. I'm going to fix that later. They work. Now I just need to go and get some lessons. Subscribe so I can afford some lessons. Probably should stop buying so many violins, but I fix them, I sell them. That's my income. It'd be nice if you could subscribe and watch these videos, though. See you around.